deep breathing actually got me off of my blood pressure medicine. Um, Mind you, I was already doing all the right things. It's just that my stress levels were really high. And my doctor had me on blood pressure medicine. She told me I'd be on it for the rest of my life because my parents were, but I wasn't given any alternative methods as to, what else could really help me because really just stress. That was really kind of the only thing that I had going on in my life that caused my high blood pressure. But, anyways, I started looking up deep breathing and I kind of wanted to know the science behind why it works. So I found out a lot of interesting things about how our nervous system works and how the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system works and what it's responsible for. And it was actually very fascinating. I learned so much in that. But, anyways, so a year ago, I started doing deep breathing. I would look up some videos online, and a lot of them were teaching different patterns that you can use where you inhale a certain amount of seconds and exhale a certain amount of seconds. I kind of got frustrated with that for me because I couldn't do it that long. I guess because my lungs weren't able to hold that much oxygen. So, what I did was I just kind of made it simple for me, and I would just inhale slow, deep breaths as long as it was comfortable for me, and I would hold it for as long as comfortable. And then I would exhale slowly again, as long as it was comfortable. So I would practice doing that. And I would just kind of do it every here and there. And I would just do it every now and again whenever I thought of it. I didn't have like a regimented schedule for it or anything like that. I usually thought about it when I was driving in the car, actually. But I noticed the more often I did it, and I would only remember to do it for like maybe like a minute or maybe a couple of minutes. It's not like I had these long sessions or anything like that. I would just do it when I thought of it. So I did that for a couple of weeks. I noticed a huge difference just after 2 weeks, huge. And my stress levels totally went down. I wasn't getting into that fight, flight, or freeze mode. And then whenever my stress levels did go up, I was able to kind of regulate pretty quickly again, especially if I remember to start breathing again in that moment. It helped so much. One thing I also noticed that it helped with is pain tolerance. It's crazy. I had no idea that that deep breathing can help with that either. I would go to the dentist and usually I would get Novocaine, but I decided not to get the Novocaine this time. And I mean, I didn't have a root canal or anything. It was, pretty simple procedure that I was having with just a minor cavity. And I handled it really well. But it definitely put me in a meditative state doing that as well. And that's actually how I got into meditation, is because I realized all the benefits of that as well. That's another video. But anyway, but another thing that definitely worked alongside with it is starting to not care what other people think about things, having kind of an I don't care attitude about other people's opinions. I had to practice that a lot too. So I think that in combination with the deep breathing just really helped me lower my blood pressure. So I've been monitoring my blood pressure over the past year regularly, and it's been around 120 over 80. And when I told my doctor about it, she was really surprised and she just told me to keep monitoring it. So I am not giving any kind of medical advice at all. I'm not telling you what to do. I am not qualified to give medical advice. I lead a pretty healthy lifestyle. Really, stress was the only thing that was causing me problems, and with causing my high blood pressure. But it's just like really nice to know that there are natural methods out there you don't even need to spend money on. You don't have to worry about it interfering with other medicines, and it's free. But an interesting way to look at it is if you think about your lungs and the capacity it has to hold oxygen. Think of it as a balloon, a brand new balloon. When you first get it, you can't really blow any air into it without it being difficult. And after you do it a few times, it starts becoming more pliable and you're able to fill it up with more air. Our lungs are the same essentially. Once you practice this deep breathing, your lungs are able to expand a little bit more and more each time. And if this was your lung and it's a brand new balloon, when you blow some air into it, there's not much that goes in there. If you think about this being your lung, if we're doing short, shallow breaths every day without ever doing any kind of deep breaths, all the oxygen molecules are just kind of like real tight in there, bouncing around. They have no room to move at all and get to all the proper places in your body that needs it. But when you practice deep breathing, well, now you have a lot more oxygen molecules moving around your lungs, and that can get to all the proper places in your body that needs it. And if you're one that hasn't practiced deep breathing before, give it a shot. Talk to your doctor about it, obviously. Don't go off of your high blood pressure medicine just because it worked for me. Don't just go off of medicine. Talk to your doctor. I'm not a doctor. But if you're someone that leads a pretty healthy lifestyle and maybe stress is something that is of concern to you, maybe talk to your doctor about it and see if it works for you. I would love to know if deep breathing has worked for you guys and how it's changed your life. Let me know in the comments. So if you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button and don't forget to hit the notifications. See you next time. Bye.